Welcome back to Artists Exposed with Tym Moss. That was Where the Music Takes You with my fabulous guest, SIR ARI GOLD. Yeah.
Oh, you got my SIR title this time.
Yes, I did.
Can't forget that SIR title. It'll help in Google searches in order to get that entourage character out of the way.
Right. And it's so funny because, like, I'll mention your name or something. Oh, yeah, Ari Gold is my guest this week, or so, and they're like, "I've heard that name. I've heard." No, not Entourage.
Well, people used to say that before that happened. There was a time when I used to be the only Ari Gold on Google, but he messed it up, and I was trying to prove the Jews can be sexy gay pop stars as well, and we didn't know that, we didn't see a lot of that, and not just sleazy behind the scenes agents. And then that character comes along and messes it all up for me. So which is why now I'm done with it. It's just we're all one Gold Nation.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
So yeah, Gold Nation is the new album that I put out under Gold Nation, and it wasn't just because of that. It was also it specifically is a collaboration that I did with subgroover Bob Sandy and over in Holland, in the Netherlands, and it also I just wanted something that was more inclusive, and it wasn't just about being a solo artist, but about all the amazing artists and performers that I have with me, singing on my songs or co-writing or performing with me. And whoever else might come along, and not just the artists and the performers, but also you guys and the guys out, the people out there, the men, the women, and anything in between that gender fluid even, who want to be a part of this movement and this progression that we are seeing happening in the world. So.
I love it. I love it. All inclusive.
Yeah.
That's the way life should be.
I agree, Tim.
Well, no, I mean, you come from a very creative and family of entertainers or people in the arts. Your brother Steven won a Grammy, and your brother Alon, Netflix.
My brother Elon is a stand-up comedian and writer. He has a Netflix special, Elon Gold, Chosen and Taken. And my brother Steven, yes, he won a Grammy for producing Stephen Colbert's Christmas album, a Jew producing a Christmas album. It's happened before, actually, I think. I think all the best...
Streisand.
Well, all the greatest Christmas songs were written by Jews, I think. I've worked with both of them in various forms, and especially... my musical producer brother. And my parents are show Jews. And so they were not in show business when I was growing up. They were educators, actually, but they did certain things on the side, and they just had a love of my, I just say my dad is a big musical theater queen. So, you saw the original Gypsy playbill, Ethel Merman, on the wall.
Oh my God.
So, it's a seminal text, Gypsy, for me.
Oh, man.
And I actually, my brother, Steven, also, he opened that bar, a Sid Gold's Request Room, named after my dad. Okay. It's a karaoke cabaret bar in New York. And that's my dad, Sid Gold.
Oh,
so,
that's sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is so cool. Now... just one thing I kind of wanted to touch on. We were talking earlier about the art of creating art and the cost and all of that. And once again, I beseech everyone to support, because that is one thing that has really been like in my throat right here, is the lack of support in our own community, especially in the LGBT community, for LGBT artists. Again, the creativity that it is required and the money that is required, and it's almost like they think nothing. And again, I'm sorry to be bashing the LGBT community, but hey, it's my show. But they think nothing of dropping $20 to buy a drink, whereas they could put $20 down and buy your CD.
Well, forget $20. What about $200 to pay for the various straight divas or that they go to see in concert, and there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, it's the world we live in, and you're not bashing the community, but I think you're just calling the community out to step up, you know,
Yes.
and I think there are so many reasons maybe why there is that lack of support. There is a lot of internalized homophobia
Yeah.
that goes on, and I do think that we have. I mean, even someone like Adam Lambert, I remember going to see one of his concerts, and I was just shocked because it was all like girls and like mothers and their daughters, and there was just very few gay men. And here,
Wow.
and the concert, it was awesome. As you know, Adam is so super talented. And it was super gay. I mean, he was strutting the stage, you know, like the best drag queen, you know. And I say that in the best of terms. And I just was looking. I'm like, why aren't there more gay men here? And so, I think that we do need to see ourselves. We need to see ourselves, and we need to get used to seeing ourselves and not be uncomfortable with it in all of our
Yes.
colors and all of our
Right.
flavors. And yeah, there was something else I was going to say about that, but yeah. So
I'm with you. I am totally with you, sister.
well, I guess what I was going to say is that I do, and I think that we are trying. We need, you know, I mean, so many of us still to this day grew up with the shame and with feeling like, you know, who we were was a secret, and
Absolutely.
so, you know, and we're also men, you know, and so and men are still men.
Right.
And I think
We are
that,
driven.
yeah, and
sexually.
so I think that we still need to find a way to, you know, it's not just about, you know, are we objectifying that guy because we think they're hot, or do we like them because we think they're funny, or like just find a way to see ourselves in more multifaceted ways, and you know, so that we can see each other as both sexy and funny and smart, and you know, all the things that most of us are, you know.
Right, and learn to appreciate and accept each other in the community. I think that's what would strengthen us, definitely.
Absolutely, it's a work in progress.
Yes, exactly, exactly. But I think a lot of times it's like the mirror effect. If somebody sees something in someone that they don't necessarily like or they're uncomfortable with within themselves.
Oh, right. Yes, and I thought you were going somewhere else too. That is true. But you know, I would just say that really, though, you know, it starts with the individual, and it starts with us. And
Absolutely.
so, you know, Tim, if you feel like, you know, if you feel that way about the community, you know, you're doing your part. You're doing this interview right now. You're
to get
supporting
it
a
out
gay artist here right now. I am an openly gay artist myself since the beginning of my career. So, you know, at the end of the day, we have to take responsibility for ourselves, and hopefully each individual that does that, it creates a ripple effect, and we'll
agree.
hopefully be in a better place. So.
I agree. We'll leave the world a better place than when we got here, I guess.
Well, the last song on my new album, which is the only ballad on the album, is called "Leave the World Changed," and
Love it.
and that's a double meaning because we want to when we leave this world, we want to leave it a changed place for the better.
Absolutely.
But we also change in that process. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Now, your website is arigold.com.
It is. It needs an update, but it is. It's still arigold.com since the 90s.
Wonderful. So you won't have any trouble finding it. But be sure to go to arigold.com and learn everything about Ari. I love this guy.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and all my social media is all at SIR ARI GOLD. So
Okay.
so Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram is all at SIR ARI GOLD.
Okay, wonderful. Well, actually, we're going to start talking about what you're doing now, which is Gold Nation, and Soundtrack to Freedom, which is your latest CD. That is what number is that? How many CDs is that?
That's my 5th studio album. Where is it?
That is so cool. I have it right here.
There it is.
So we are going to listen to the first single from Soundtrack. I've got too many notes here. From Soundtrack to Freedom, and the song is called "Sex Like a Porn Star."
Well, yeah, it's my first. You know, back in the 90s, we used to have house tracks that we would call bitch tracks, where we'd have, you know, someone sort of talking over a house beat. So this is my first bitch track, but I'm
Okay.
actually calling it a butch track.
I love it.
Sex Like a Porn Star.
The Butch Track by SIR ARI GOLD.